Hi guys, welcome back to Mrs. Alexander Superstar Baker. Glad to see everybody is still doing their bakes. It's really cool to see. Okay, so this week we are going to be making chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so our ingredients for chocolate chip cookies are 225 grams of butter, 110 grams of caster sugar, 275 grams of plain flour, and 75 grams of chocolate chips. Okay, right, so first things first, we've washed our hands. Wash your hands, sous chef. Brilliant. Right, we need to preheat our oven to 190 degrees, that's gas mark 5. Okay, so we're going to preheat our oven. Heating functions. 190. Okay, so while that is warming up, we need to put all our ingredients together. Okay, so first of all, sous chef Emmy, the butter and the sugar need to be mixed in together. Okay, so we need to whisk them all up. Lovely. And the sugar. Brilliant, right. Whisk them away. Brilliant, okay. Now we need to add in the plain flour, okay? So sous chef, chuck in the plain flour. Brilliant. And then we whisk it up. Brilliant, okay, so what we do next, we don't need the mixer anymore for the next bit. Oh, shall we just get some of this? We want to get all the mixture, don't we? We can't leave any. Just get some off the whisk. Okay. Right, now, the next thing we need to do is add our chocolate chips. Okay, so Mrs. Alexander sometimes, camera and Ethan, stop eating the chocolate chips. Okay, so little top tip of the day. When Mrs. Alexander sometimes uses chocolate chips in her recipes or fruit or anything like that, sometimes I put it in my mixture and it all sinks to the bottom. So little top tip, we've got a tablespoon of self-raising flour. So we're going to tip that into there, sous chef.
All of it?
Yep. And then give it a little stir. And it should help to make the chocolate chips rise a little bit in our cookies so they don't all sink to the bottom. Let's hope anyway, fingers crossed. There we go. So the chocolate chips are just covered in some flour and hopefully it should make them rise. Okay, so, right, add the chocolate chips into the mixture, sous chef. Now we need to mix these in quite carefully because obviously we don't want them to sink to the bottom. So with our wooden spoon, we're going to fold them in. Right, so all of the chocolate chips are now folded into our cookie dough mixture. Okay, so what we need to do now, on our baking tray, which has already been lined, show everybody the baking tray, sous chef. So it's already lined with our greaseproof paper. Now what we're going to do, now it's a little bit tricky here, we're going to use an ice cream scoop. You can just use a normal spoon, we just thought it would be easier just to scoop out our cookies onto the greaseproof paper with an ice cream scoop. So sous chef, shall I do the first one, then you can see what they've got to look like. Should look like about this sort of size. Don't have to be completely round. Just chuck them on. Okay. Okay, so when your mixture, your cookie dough mixture is all onto your baking tray, we need to bake it in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, so if I put one in and then you put it on in, sous chef. So in they go. Okay, so we will see you shortly for a trial test.
A few minutes later.
Okay guys, we're back. We have made our chocolate chip cookies. We've just taken them out of the oven and allowed them to cool down for a few minutes. And now we need to try them. So, sous chef Imi, camera Nathan. What do we think? Good? Good. Right, so here's our recipe. Give chocolate chip cookies a try, and we will see you next week for our final week. It's going to be a good one of Mrs. Alexander's Superstar Baker. Bye!